Hey losers, so recently I've been posting a lot of TikToks and people have been asking me over and over again about tips I use when passing as a trans guy. I asked you guys what you want me to talk about specifically and I've got some suggestions right here, so let's go through them. Quick disclaimer though, oh my god, why am I so out of breath? Quick disclaimer though, I'm not in any way saying that you need to do these things to pass. You don't even need to pass unless you're in some kind of like, I don't know if it is actually physically dangerous to you. I'm just saying that this is what I do. I would also like to say that I have a lot of experience. I've been out for quite a while. I've learned a lot of lessons that I think can be really helpful to teach you guys something too. Cool. Picking a name. I guess that isn't really like a passing thing. I mean, I guess it is. You kind of like might want a name to pass or feel some kind of euphoria for yourself. How do you pick a name? I don't know. I got my name from an anime and no, I will not tell you which one. Honestly, I would say everyone does it differently. Some people like to sit down with their loved ones and see what they think or what their parents were going to call them initially. Some people like to choose a character from a TV show and all of them are fine as long as you don't call yourself like Hitler or something. That isn't very cool. I would just say don't make anything final until you know it's definitely, until it feels right, you know, because you know when it feels right. Like ask friends and family around you to call you that because it can change, it's whatever, but I wouldn't say get it changed officially with like the school or with anywhere else until you're certain, until it's been like a month maybe and you're like, this is definitely who I am. And don't name yourself after an anime. Voice stuff as well. How do you change your voice? I don't know, I haven't. But I do know that there is a lot of resources on YouTube that you can use. A lot of people like to do a lot of vocal training. This is something I really should know more about considering I make music. If you want to listen to my music, here is where to find it. Yeah, I don't know, I'd say just look around, you'll find something somewhere. It's definitely a problem that a lot of people have, so you're definitely not alone in it. There are resources. If you really need to and you're able to do it, you can always see some kind of speech therapist. I don't know what else to say on that. You got this though, it's fine. How do I tape without it being lumpy? I don't know. I have never taped, not because I don't want to, because I really do want to, just I can't afford it at the moment. I feel like it's always gonna be kind of lumpy though. I mean, the body's naturally lumpy. But also, I can't answer that, so maybe we don't keep this one in the video.
Oh, yeah.
What to do with getting dead named? It depends on who it's by. I would say that there comes a point in your transition where you kind of stop giving a shit so much about people you don't actually know. Like, for example, when I get dead named and misgendered at my work, I kind of don't care because I'm probably never going to see them again unless they're a regular. Then I can just say like, hey, that's actually not who I am. No thank you. If it's a family member though, I would just sit down and talk to them. You know, a lot of people take a lot of time to get their heads around these things. A lot of old people don't really get it. I think you just have to assure yourself that you are who you are and you need to find people who make you feel good about that. Like, sometimes you can't really get around certain people saying certain things, and I think in those instances you just need to like find a friend who you can text and be like, hey, I feel like shit because of ABC reason to do with this name. Can we hang out? Can you validate me? Can we do something gender affirming? I don't know. There's a lot of things that take time, but I don't know. You got this though, it's fine. I think it's also kind of about like getting to a point where you're confident in yourself enough to know that you might call me this, but I know it's not who I am. Binding. Wow, I have a lot to say on this. I wanna say, firstly, do not do any kind of DIY binding. It's not healthy, it's not safe. Don't buy anything off Amazon. Don't use, what is it, like bandages and shit. Don't do that. Oh my god, don't do that. I want to say that if you can afford a good, healthy, safe binder, please do it for your own sake. Obviously there are rules. Look up rules. Do what's best for your own health. If you feel any kind of discomfort, take it off. Also, consult your doctor, consult your GP. Also, my tip, my personal tip, probably the only tip here, because a lot of it is just very basic information that I'm talking about, but I would say that if you're having a problem with this, use a sports bra. Invest in a really good sports bra, especially for break days. Oh my god, a lot of people do layering with them. I don't use that, I don't do any of that, but I think it's just good for, like, I don't know, if you're wearing a baggy t-shirt and it's, you know, it kind of works. Also, baggy clothes, such a good idea, such a good investment. Who made that? You need, I don't think I can say that on YouTube. But yeah, buy baggy clothes, go to the thrift store, go to the charity store, stock up on skater tees and button up shirts or whatever makes you feel masculine or whatever you are. Layering is really good for like body dysphoria, especially curves. Another thing, leg dysphoria is really weird, but I get that. Baggy trousers, do it. Good investment. I actually haven't gotten a comment about this so far, but face. I remember when I first started out, I got a lot of dysphoria about my face. I hated the way it looked and the shape, and I still have some troubles with that now, but I want to say that's something that helped me back then that I don't do anymore, because I realised it didn't feel like me. But something that used to help me when it did feel like me was makeup. Look at some makeup, invest in some good makeup, do some contouring, do some eyeshadow if that helps you, get the full Roderick Heffley look, I don't fucking know. There's a lot that you can do with makeup, but what I find helps me now is jaw exercises. I don't know the science in this, I don't know how close it is to mewing. I'm not going to talk about mewing because that has really weird roots, but I want to say that jaw exercises really helped me to like define a jawline. Maybe that was God, thank you Jesus. I don't think it was, I think that was me, I get full credit, but yeah, I want to say that that's what helped me. Another, oh my god, my feet hurt so much. Another thing I wanted to talk about is hair. Hair is like a really huge part of people's identity. Look at different cultures, they all have their own different way of styling their hair that's unique to them. It's important. I mean, it applies to everything, it especially applies to gender, I think. I think a lot of people don't have, a lot of young people especially, don't have much control over their hair, so they can't really cut it in the way they want, which is an experience I had. But I want to say that something that really helped me was putting it in a beanie, just like wrapping it up, you know, even if it's just like for a second to help you cope. You know, it's like 2 a.m, you just want to like sit in the mirror, stare at yourself and be like, I am man, I am man. So yeah, try different hats. Try, you know, there are a lot of men with long hair, by the way. Like, that is valid, that is so cool. You don't have to be one gender or the other because of the way your hair looks. You know, it's dyeing your hair, maybe that would help as well. I don't know, these are just tips. Getting it cut is a huge step for people as well. I cannot tell you the magic words that make a hairdresser understand the phrase mask haircut, but if you're having problems there, go to a barber. A lot of issues that, I think this is more of a British thing. I don't know how hairstylists are done in America, but we have hairdressers and barbers, and it's usually segregated between genders. Hairdressers don't really know how to cut masculine hair, so I would go to a barber if you're able to, or get your friend to cut it, I don't know. You can do anything at home. Ooh. Ooh. I'm so out of breath, I literally don't know why. I've literally done nothing today. What else was I going to talk about? Yeah, and lastly, coming out. Next question. I cannot give you tips for that because I haven't really come out. It's more that I was outed. But there have been people that I've come out to in a more subtle way, in a more like casual way, you know, like people at school, teachers, people at my job. I would just say be confident in yourself. Like, don't phrase it in a way that lets them be objective. Phrase it in a, this is who I am, it doesn't bother me what you think, but this is who I am, you know? Like, I'm gonna be this, I'm never gonna stop being this, and even if I do stop being this, who cares, you know? I would just phrase it in a very like casual way. Unless you don't want it to be casual. If it's a big thing for you, it's a big thing for you. But, you know, if I could do it again, or do it for the first time. Yeah, I think it's just about being like direct. Be direct. Say, this is who I am. Give it some backup. Say like, I've been feeling this way for a while. if you're in a dangerous environment, I would message a friend, just be like, hey, about to do this big thing, can I come to yours later if it goes bad? Yeah, get a support system as well. That is really vital. Yeah, anyway, I think that's all we got time for today. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say today, really. If there's anything else you'd like me to talk about, please hit me up, message me in the comments, not message me in the comments, leave a comment, message me on Instagram if you need. Just like, I don't know, I love to do more videos like this when I have the chance to. It's really nice to talk about gender and identity because that's a huge thing to me. Also, listen to my music, follow my TikTok, go like all my videos. Yeah, anyway, bye!